Hey guys, Matt here. Now I want to make a quick little video of something that I've never got around to doing, that I kept putting off, that I wanted to do. For those of you that see my videos where I'm sitting here and my back's to the window, one, you guys get to see what's behind the camera sometimes when I show you, and I want to show off a little bit of my wrestling figure collection. It's not all the ones I've ever owned in my life. You know, it's not going to take the whole video. It's not going to be 10 minutes long. But it's just figures that have had significant meaning and value to me. So let's start off with something I should have done after the passing of Macho Man Randy Savage. When WCW was hot and was my favorite thing, I used to collect these WCW figures. Now, I know they're not in the original packaging because I'm not ashamed to admit it, I used to play with action figures, especially wrestling action figures. Now, this was my Sting. Now, all of these figures were unique because they all had different moves, but they all worked by squeezing their legs. This one, well, should have had this set up, huh? Alright, this one, you squeeze his legs together, does the Stinger Splash. Pretty cool. And the trench coat does come off, but his arms aren't too great looking underneath there just because they're really skinny and thin, so I keep it on, plus it looks cooler. Then you have Goldberg, who came with a small Rey Mysterio-like luchador figure, who, when you squeeze his legs together, no, he doesn't dance, he actually gets the guy up for the jackhammer. And boy, what a time I had with these things. I also used to own a Big Show figure who did the chokeslam, a Kevin Nash figure who did the jackknife powerbomb, a DDP action figure who did the diamond cutter, and of course a Macho Man Randy Savage figure who did a chair shot. He came with a little chair, and there was also two versions of the Scott Hall figure that I owned. They both did the Outsider's Edge. And then we go on to my favorite WWE wrestler, Kane. He got this little figure here that was part of the, what were they called, Bendums, where you could bend the figures in any, formation you wanted, and they came with a card in the back of the package. I used to have a whole little ring full of these guys. And this was Kane back in '99 when I guess the WWE wrestlers were released with space sci-fi type armor. It's pretty crazy. And then this Kane, like a bunch of the other figures, came with a Titantron, and when you put this figure on the entranceway, it played his theme music. There was also a Vince McMahon figure, Stone Cold, Triple H, and I think even Road Dogg. And then this is not the newest Kane figure, but it's a newer one. I didn't have one of him bald, so I figured, why not? Next, we have late, great Eddie Guerrero. I bought this a little bit before he passed away just because I didn't have one, and, just my luck. I got it. And this figure here, this is my favorite wrestling figure distribution, and it's classic superstars. They have a whole bunch of them now. They have pretty much every wrestler you can think of, I believe. But this one was really, really hard to find, and when I finally found it, I snatched it up. Because all the figures that are part of this set, I cannot find anywhere else. You have Andre the Giant with the title, Undertaker with the title, Shawn Michaels with the title, and Ultimate Warrior. It's neat because each of these belts are different colors as well. So that's pretty cool because, wrestling fans of this generation, not too many of us remember the Hunter Hearst Helmsley that used to come in with William Regal and the, royal music. Alright. And then we have another classic Superstars figure set. I'm showing this off because this is the only one I've ever seen, I kid you not. I snatched it up simply because the Undertaker in this package, man, this camera is not very defined, but the Undertaker in this package is old school Undertaker. He's got very little tattoos. He's got the gray and the black, and we got the Paul Bearer. Now I have seen another Paul Bearer like this one in a separate packaging of itself, but he does have a different tie. So, this one's very special to me. Why? Because it's rare and it's just... Alright, and now I saved the best for last. Alright, this Chris Benoit figure I purchased because I was a huge fan of his back in the day, and I was lucky to have it after he passed away. Now, I want to point something out to you guys. Alright, on the back of this figure, I believe it came with a William Regal, a Finley, a Mr. Kennedy, and I think a John Cena in the little collection set, and Candice Michelle. So here we go. We got John Cena, Candice, Finley, Hardcore Holly, William Regal, and Chris Benoit right up there in the corner. Wow, this camera's not defined. I'm sorry. So, there's the set. Now, I purchased this Candice Michelle figure for two reasons. One, because it was really rare and hard to find, and I was collecting Star Wars figures at the time from Episode 3 back in '05, and the only ones I collected were rare and one of a kind. But I got this because it was hard to find, and two, check this out. Okay, on the back of that one, it was John Cena, William Regal, Hardcore Holly, and Chris Benoit and Finley. Now look at the back. John Cena, Candice Michelle, Finley, Hardcore Holly, William Regal, and look what the WWE did. After Chris Benoit committed the atrocities he did, and the WWE decided to take him off of their television product, look what they did. They went back and they pretty much recalled his image from the figures. Shortly after this, the WWE decided to remove his picture altogether, not cover it up like this. If you can find any figures from back in this time, it just went John Cena, Candice, Finley, Hardcore Holly, William Regal, and right here is all blue just to match the background. It's like he was never there. So I keep this and the Benoit and Guerrero figure and the Triple H, of course, in storage in a container as not to be disrupted by air and dust. So anyways, this is my short video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any interesting wrestling memorabilia, whether it be DVDs, action figures, replica belts, posters, signed photographs, those are always neat. Share them with me. So, leave a